Okay, mate. Next episode. Quite a busy week, actually, isn't it? We started off with Saturday, first ever women's sort of game, wasn't it? Just a friendly against our friend Chris Chris in York.
Blood York, yeah. I think we decided we had some spare time, didn't we, on a Saturday, and wanted to get rid of that as well, just so we're never at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. How many did we have down? 12, 13 women.
Bit of a shock for him early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it all was too quick, wasn't it? And it was all of it. Still got the hang of it, didn't they? Played well. It was a good game in the end. A lot of goals.
We started this club to base around the women's game, wasn't it? Because of your daughters and...
Yeah, 5 years ago, yeah. We thought we could get in the start a girls team, and it's just been hard work, hasn't it? Can't quite get the buy-in, can we? We'll get them so far, then something goes wrong. We can't get the training nights right. Yeah. So hopefully this one will stick, and then we can work back down, get the women's team sorted, then work back down and see if we can get the girls.
Wyke, just obviously new board, sponsor our club. They're the name on our kit. They've obviously helped us financially over the years, but I think the main support they give us is a lot of the players. So I'm fortunate to be able to work at the college coaching football twice a week. Obviously, I get to see a lot of talented kids, and we get to bring them in as 16-year-old kids into the futsal system. But what we are seeing now, actually, is some of the kids that are 10 and 16 have been within our club for the last 4 or 5 years. And then some of them players who are now been in the system with us, representing the college, are now coaching and reffing for us on a Saturday afternoon and things like that. So
it's good.
They're getting a bit of pocket money for it as well. So it's good to... It's good to have that sort of relationship. But yeah, Wyke, best college in the area for education, and they do some great things, and they've really supported us from day one. So yeah, big shout out to Wyke.
So NFS this week, obviously I'm still blocked on Twitter by York, so I hadn't seen their result. So how did York get on this week, Dan?
I missed that one. I'm not going to.
Did they play this week?
I don't. Yeah, I think.
Bloomsbury?
Yeah, I think it. I don't know. I'll leave that to you to have a look.
I don't think I've got enough. I've not got enough fingers. I don't think, but.
But no, just on tier one, the ending to the full show, that last game.
Yeah, the Bolton one.
Wessex, Wessex. It was.
I've seen some of the stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, it was fair play to Wessex. I know you said the other week that they were a bit below, but I think they're starting to catch some of the teams up, or they might be, scaring a couple above them.
All right.
I think actually Wessex play York on the last.
Yeah, they do. Last day of the season. It's going to be a big one, that, isn't it?
That'll be good.
But I think we're hoping to go down at the Manchester one, aren't we?
Yeah, do we play in the afternoon?
We play Leicester at home in the afternoon.
So we're going to try and go watch a couple of
games. I think it's Bloomsbury, Elvecchia's first game, and then Bolton, Loughborough, second game.
So it'd be good to maybe catch them.
Yeah, I won't get to see my mate and give him a few tips on how to win a few games. You've got my number, Andy Junior, if you need any tips, bud, but don't worry about that. But yeah, speaking of teams that have been beaten again, my other mate lost, I think, this week, shockingly. Skipton. Skipton lost in the Skipton Donk League. He got beat 5-0, 6-0.
I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah. Again, my advice still stands if you want any help with your Skipton team. I think you're now looking like you do need help. I'll gladly come down and help you out, but just give a text or unblock me, and I'll help you out.
Well, you did obviously get a win at weekend. That brings us into the Liverpool game. So what's your thoughts after that? This is the first time, actually, we've recorded this after the Courtside episode has gone out.
All right, yeah.
We'll maybe comment on that as well.
I honestly thought we'd get beat. I thought Liverpool...
We said that at the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought they'd beat it. Only because we'd probably have 3 or 4 first team was regulars out.
Yeah,
was either injured or couldn't make it for personal reasons.
Yeah,
you weren't fit all game.
No, I left Saturday night. I was.
So you've done well lasting the full game, But yeah, you want right. So again, we've brought in three. What do we have? 3 16-year-olds playing.
Yeah.
And they've done well for us. Defended better than they did last week. It's a bit disappointing with Liverpool first half. I think they've struggled for a team though as well. I think they were struggling.
It was a stag do or something.
I think so. So they've struggled for a few players, but they still had 10 players. I think 3-0 up at half time. They didn't really do a lot. They just sat off.
I think you say it in the video actually. We've both gone with weakened squads, but your mentality of the game was, I think we just go for it. And I think they've probably gone, we've got a weakened squad. We'll see how this pans out. And obviously, I think they showed when they went for it.
I bet they're kicking themselves.
Well, yeah, they started like that.
They started it from.
I think we've done that in the past. I think where we everything we do, we're constantly learning. So
yeah.
I know some people might think that we think we're brilliant. We're not. We're new to all this. Do you know what I mean? You're learning, we're learning as a team, and we're trying to get basics in. And I think we've realised in the past we've sat off teams, sort of just to see how things go before you know it behind, and then you're going to go for it anyway. And I think that's sort of maybe what happened on.
But I think this season it's lucky for us because we've changed what we're doing, so we can go for it. We can just we can stick to the plan. If it goes wrong, we can work on the plan, look back on the game, and go through it where we went wrong. But they didn't. I think they sat off you, which was. I think someone's overread their team talk, haven't they?
Yeah.
They called that time. They called that time out after about 4 or 5 minutes, and it seemed a bit strange. It was 0-0.
Yeah.
And I don't think we was on top or out, and he called that time out, and then George has overheard him saying, stand off him. So he's passed that back to us, and then, so sorry about that, Liverpool, yeah, someone overheard you. So he's passed that back, but it's brilliant for us. It's just ridiculous. I still say at this level, you're still far too good for them at this level, so if they're standing off you, and make it even easier, then I think it just showed in the first half, they couldn't get the ball off you, or Reece, to be honest, up front.
I think Reece is doing really well. He's obviously come from shit. I think when we used to play against Reece, it was like brilliant. The young kids are. He's not a young boy anymore, is he?
No, he's turned into a proper player now. He's big, strong, isn't he? He's getting there. And he held the ball up really well as well, and they couldn't get hold of him.
Yeah.
But I do think some refs are now listen to what we said last week when I'm telling people it's bad because I'm saying if you get touched to go.
That was on after 5 fouls. At no point, I think what
I don't just tell people to dive.
Sheffield, for example. Sheffield always you go down too easy. If I take so many hits, and there was one where you could see it where the kid climbs on my back. I don't go down. I don't moan. I want to wrestle. I want to wrestle with people. I want to. To fight with people. That's what I want. That's my game. I come from a football background. I want to pin someone. So when the refs allow that, I'm happy. I don't want to go down. It's when I go past them and they take me out. That's a completely different story. Yeah. But then the same diving. Yeah, I might scream. I might put my hands in the air. But if I don't get it. There was a couple of times. Do you know what I mean? It's tough.
I thought we didn't get. I don't know. I might be totally wrong, but it looked like there was a couple of occasions where we didn't get some, and I couldn't see why we didn't get it.
Yeah.
And their number 10 was exactly the same. He was getting them.
Yeah.
He was getting the decisions. He was giving out the big screams and going down. But he did it. It's when they start penalising one. If you pin him and spin him, and then they'll say you had hold of him down.
Exactly.
But he's got hold of me. It's 6-1, and you end up. It's big man, little man. If you're constantly winning, they pull you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think doing all this, we said we're gonna come under some criticism. Maybe you're gonna perceive it in different ways. But at no point have you told us to dive. It's if they're on 5 fouls and they're gonna stick a leg in, then that's stupid on them. That's the game.
That's the game.
We'd never do that with the kids. We'd never say that's the kids. But
I'm saying if you go around someone and you feel like it's a touch to knock you down, then there's no benefit to stay on your feet on 5 fouls. So you're gonna you'll take the foul. If you try and stay up, we've seen it so many times, you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you stumble, the ball goes out of play, and because you didn't go down, you don't get it. So no, we don't tell people to dive. It's just not. That's not what we want. But we got the penalty in the end, didn't we? Well, we got a penalty.
I don't even have one comment say it was a dive from that. There was no way that even the kid's put his hand on his head as if I can't believe what I've just done.
But there's a massive delay. There seemed to be a really big delay for giving the pen.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking, he ain't going to give it. And then he reluctantly, I think, give the penalty and you buried it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was reluctantly. I think it was more he had to make sure because people must say I do go down a lot. That is not because of diving. That is just purely because I get to battle a lot. I get into a lot of battles.
It's bad defending, I think. If people try to get in a tussle with you, when why?
Yeah.
Because you're spinning him, so there's only going to be one winner.
Yeah.
And they're getting a tussle with you, and you want that, and he pulls you back, so he's going down. We'll have the free kick, unless we've totally gone past him.
Yeah.
So I think it's bad defending why you get so many fouls.
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with you.
Yeah. Like I said in the video, I don't think I got that many. I think it's just the penalty. Which I'm fine. I'm fine with. It's like you say. It's when it's the other way, and it's because it's maybe me. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how that continues. We'll see how.
But the game was the second half. It was 3-0 up at half time, and then it was 3-3 within 2 minutes. Wow, and we just.
Well, your famous last words. It's up to us to go bomb this now.
Yeah,
it's brilliant how it then just goes 3-1, 3-2, 3-3.
Just not tracking.
Yeah, not tracking.
Bad free kick we conceded anyways. But then we get 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 5-5. It's like, they had a couple of chances to win it.
Yeah.
And then we luckily get the penalty. And then we defend out for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So I've been too ill to even worry about moaning about anything this week. So, I've
got you covered on this. So, kicking this week is teams are now really starting to get to me who won't travel and forfeiting games. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
All right.
At this level, you have the option. We're supposed to be we're tier 2.
Yeah.
So, to me, like the Championship football. And these teams think they have an option to not turn up.
Yeah.
With the bad excuses. We can't travel. There's no coach. I just think it's absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, you commit at the beginning of the season, I think, to do all these games. Yeah. And halfway through, you realise you're crap. So the first option is, do you know what? We're not going to anything more than 10 miles away. We're not going anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and then we all want the sport to be taken serious.
I think the travelling for me. What irritates me about it is when teams are asking for professionalism, improvements. They want this, they want that. We should be doing this. This should be coming in, and then they're not willing to travel more than an hour for games, especially if it's because they know they're going to get beat. We've had some horror shows, like even the Bristol one. We was hoping, but we knew
took half a team to a dead rubber cup game.
Yeah, 5 hours.
550 miles ago, knowing that we're probably going to get beat.
Yeah, we can moan about it, and we can laugh about it and say it's out and put on social media the distance and stuff like that. But we've still done it. We've had to do it, haven't we?
I will say, if we don't like it, you should do what Skipton do and just join the local Donk League.
Yeah.
And you don't have to travel. You just turn up once a week with half a team then.
Yeah.
And get beat by the locals. But if you want to play national, take into account you're going to play all over the country.
Last season in Tier 3, that ended up an absolute farce, and the amount of games called.
There was
off.
3 or 4 teams refusing to travel.
We had Chester who basically put their hand up and said, "We're not travelling.
Yeah,
we're not doing it." Poulton put their hand up and said the league told them not to travel, because which it turned out it was just hard behind that, and it was just the fact that they didn't want to travel. I feel sorry for the likes of Sunderland, who were right up there on their own. They travel everywhere. I think they went to Bristol last season for a playoff game. No one will travel.
They almost get dicks. No one wants to travel.
That's the foundational light one I'm referring to.
But yeah, they are. But again, if Sunderland get drawn against Southampton in the cup, which could happen, it's just unlucky. One of you's got to travel.
Yeah. And
you just got to hope that you're on the home team for that fixture. Yeah. But I just don't see how you can even turn around and say not coming.
And unfortunately, there's not enough teams. There's not enough teams closely around each other to just maybe North West and London. They're probably the only 2, but everyone else is scattered. So it's for the benefit of the sport, everyone's going to have to travel. But
well, like I said, if you played football, you've played it all. So from NCL 1, North East Counties Div 1, to conference, you had to travel. There was never an option. I'm sure you never had a discussion in the changing room saying, we setting up next week then because it's 200 miles away. What do you think, lads? Are we going?
The only option I had was when to take my 5th yellow card.
So get your band right.
Yeah, so I remember once I got it, and this wasn't deliberate, I actually got sent off. I got sent off at Dover, and I missed a right horror show the next one on New Year's Day. So I was absolutely buzzing. But that wasn't deliberate, just in case my old gaffer's watching. But yeah, no, I've had to do. I think for me, especially as a club, I make sure we travel wherever we get drawn. We obviously Bristol, and obviously there's discussions how much is the fine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like I say, when I've done Hereford on a Tuesday night, Leighton Orient on a Tuesday night, getting home at 4 or 5 in the morning, for me, getting home at 11 o'clock after playing Bristol's is nothing. So I just try and impose that on the club and just make sure everyone buys in. Because what happens when you go to Tier 1? What's the point in preparing for Tier 1? And then every game is going to be scattered around the country.
Yeah.
Because it's the top teams, so it's the top teams in England. So they could be anywhere. So that's why I make sure the club travels everywhere. But yeah, teams not travelling, it's definitely...
It's just ridiculous. I don't know, like I say, we've had a bit of stick for what we do on here, but again, if you're watching Skips, I don't like to keep mentioning you, but he's all right telling me... You don't watch. He should watch. Telling you I'm David Brent with Tourette's, which is fine, but you know what, David Brent with Tourette's will travel the country for the sake of the sport, where other people won't. They want to sit there on the sidelines telling us how good they are, and all they do for futsal, and they put on little shows around the town and stuff. But when it comes to putting your money where your mouth is and getting a team together, they can't do it, and they don't want to do it because deep down they can't commit and they won't commit. They can do a little show every now and again, which is fine, but that's easy. We've done that, haven't we? But travelling around the country, we're now first team, second team, and women's. Yeah,
and the kids.
Maybe I do swear a little bit. It's hard, but if you want the sport to grow and be professional, you need the right people in it. So, I think we're doing our bit for the futsal world, mate.
Yeah. So next fixture, mate. So you've already said no game for NFS. We can relax. Hopefully, get some players back from injury. Hopefully my hip recovers from the Bristol game still. Because that penalty, I landed on it again. You can see me holding it. Don't know if it's something a bit more serious. Shouldn't really give that because someone will be kneeing me in it next game. But I'll be going down. If they knee me in it, I'm going down.
Leicester will. Your mate will be looking for you.
No, my mate. No. We're best mates now.
You two are met up at Leicester now. I hope so.
We cuddled at St George's.
That's nice.
We're all good now.
Next game for the...
There's 2 in there, so this weekend.
Saturday we've got the women's away at York. First competitive game in the Cup.
Yeah. Full team, half a team?
Ish. Got about 10 players, I think, up to now.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one gets injured in the meantime, otherwise we'll struggle. But we'll get that away, see what that's like. And then...
that's a big day. That's obviously last week was a big day. It's obviously the first competitive game, but you won't know this, but I finished my kids' session, didn't I? And I said, right, I'll go get us a coffee. So I've gone searching for a coffee. It's a really strange feeling with the women's team because obviously with the men's team, you come in, you're in the changing rooms. I did not know how many girls we had. I don't know how many women was coming because it was all in the changing room and we don't know. We don't go in there, do we? So I've gone to get the coffees, come back and everyone's ready to play. And obviously I was reffing. All these yellow shirts. I was like, wow, like this is amazing because obviously we wanted this to happen from day one. We've had discussions trying to link with the whole City ladies and get some things going. And to walk in and see all them women and then start playing and then see the balance of the game the way it was. I know it was a friendly, but just to I hate results for friendlies, but just to give a balance of the game, to see them from 7-0 down to win, was it 11-8?
Yeah.
I know it was a friendly, but for them to see the game as fast as it was, and wow, we're going to have to wake up again and actually start defending, to going on to winning, and seeing them celebrating and chuffed, I think it was great. I think it just showed the sport of how quick, we talked about it in the changing room, momentum, and how quick it changed. I think that first game against Sheffield we had, when we were 6-1 up, 6-2 up, and bombed it, and
drew 7-all.
Drew 7-all. I think that's the sport, and I think the women saw that, and it was a great day just to see them playing and highlight that. So hopefully more women can get involved, and that girls' pathway can hopefully follow it going forward.
So yes, that'll be a good day, mate. My daughter's playing in that one as well, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll try not to shout at Tilly too much.
Yeah.
So men's team are playing.
This is the National Futsal League.
National Futsal League semi-final.
Semi-final of the play.
I think, against Birmingham. So another 2.5 hour trip for us.
Yeah.
To Birmingham. So
this is at Walsall, isn't it?
Walsall, yeah.
So is that the place where we played Birmingham
Wolves? I think so.
Yeah. So before we started this club, we was with Hull Futsal Club, weren't we? Yeah. So I think that was my first game. It was an FA Cup game, wasn't it?
Yeah. I come in. I just about joined after you first winning that competition. I come to watch it.
Is that the other Birmingham?
Birmingham Tigers. And
they turned up after
kickoff.
Yeah. With about 5 players or 6 players or something.
And you won that one, and I got involved.
Won them. I think we get a bye or something. I think we got a bye, then we got
absolutely battered. We played Birmingham's first team, didn't we? We got battered.
Joe Duffy was running it one day. I think he got Damon Shaw in for the day.
Yeah,
Damon Shaw coached us. Didn't know any of us. Didn't know anything about us. I think it was my second ever game. I think he was asking me to man mark, and I was just all over the place, and he dragged me off. And we took an hammer in that day. We didn't have a goalkeeper. Players didn't want to travel. Some of the old futsal club players didn't. They play away home games, but they would play away games. And we got a tonk in that day. But I think it was a big hall, wasn't it? I think it was
big, massive pitch, yeah.
Yeah. So semi-final for the young lads.
Yeah, we're going with a full, pretty much, couple of older players, but generally it'll be under 19s.
Yeah. Two of that being featured for the first team on Sunday, so it'll be good for them to see in their environment.
It's good, hopefully get a winner, get in the final.
Yeah.
Bit of luck.